Have you ever wondered where the water comes from when you turn on the tap? We here at Green Bay Water provide drinking water known as potable water to the city of Green Bay, Ashwaubenon, Wrightstown, Scott, and Hobart. We're going to show you how the water gets treated. The journey begins here at Lake Michigan. Pipes that are 3.5 feet around extend from our station into Lake Michigan. The main intake pipe goes more than a mile from shore and is 60 feet deep in the lake. The backup intake pipe is a half-mile from shore and about 30 feet deep in the lake. Each pipe has 9 intake cones to slow down the water entering the intake pipe so we don't take in any fish or deep lake debris. We feed a small amount of chlorine into the intake cones to stop zebra mussels from latching onto them. The water flows from the cones far in the distance into our lake station and is then pumped 15 miles west into our water treatment facility. Let's go there now. So this is our water treatment facility. It's located midway between the city of Green Bay and Lake Michigan. Now, even though Lake Michigan water is pretty clean, we can't drink it until it goes through our 6-step treatment process. On average, we pump, treat, and distribute 18 million gallons of water every day, but we have the capacity to go up to 42 million gallons a day. That could fill up to 330 Olympic-sized swimming pools. The first step of the treatment process once the water gets here is turning oxygen into ozone. But first we need to get oxygen into our facility we keep cool in these tanks. From here, liquid oxygen is turned into gas. It flows into the building and it's converted to ozone here. Let's take a look. This is the Ozone Generator room. Inside this generator, an electrical current is passed through the oxygen gas, which is converted to ozone. Next, we diffuse the ozone into the water as tiny bubbles. The ozonated water flows through large tanks for 30 minutes before we add sodium bisulfite to remove the ozone before the water goes on to the next step. That makes up the ozone disinfection process. The next step in the treatment process is coagulation. This is where polyaluminum hydroxychloride is rapidly mixed with our water. Think of coagulant like glue, binding any small particles in our water together. Following this initial rapid mixing, our water and coagulant moves to the third step, flocculation. This is a slower mixing process using mixers to encourage small particles in the water to stick together and become bigger and heavier. These larger particles are called floc and are now ready to be removed in the next step. The fourth step in the process is settling. The water slowly moves through the settling basins and the floc formed in the previous process is given time to attach to the fiberglass plates, getting heavier, gradually falling to the bottom, and forming what is known as sludge. We clean our settling basins twice a year. This process makes sure that the water is as clean as possible before it moves to the next step, filtration. Here the water flows in from the top down through the filter. We use a filter with 2 layers that remove any small particles that were not removed during settling. The top layer is 20 inches of larger grained anthracite, and the bottom layer consists of 12 inches of smaller grained sand. Having both anthracite and sand ensures the high quality of clarity that you expect in your drinking water. The sixth and final step in our water treatment process is the addition of sodium hypochlorite to disinfect the water. We also add a small amount of fluoride to help promote dental health. Now, back here in the control room, our operators monitor the entire facility and each step of the water treatment process. For example, they ensure chemical dosage levels such as ozone, sodium hypochlorite, and fluoride are where they are supposed to be. They also test the water at various stages in the process, and they keep watch over the amount of water being used. So once the 6 steps are finished, pipes from the facility carry the clean water to an underground reservoir. Reservoirs are just our huge storage tanks for water. Gravity pushes water from the tanks into the pipes that connect our water to the municipal infrastructure of towers, pumps, and the water mains that eventually connect to your home. Water treatment is a complicated process, In fact, it takes about 5 days from the time the water leaves Lake Michigan until it reaches your tap, and then it's ready to drink. For more information about Green Bay water, head over to our website, gbwater.org.